Ahoy!
Welcome to the latest episode of I've lost track of the numbers. What number are we at?
I'm going to say 7.
7, I think it is 7. Of Bottom of the Stream, where we talk about Netflix's undiscovered gems. I think that's how we describe ourselves these days.
Hopefully finding a gem.
That's what we're trying to do anyway.
I think we've found a couple so far.
Yeah, so far we've done well. Little Evil was probably head and shoulders above the rest, but we've also found some garbage, so we'll see what... just keep going and see what happens.
There's always a shopping trolley or two floating in the stream, isn't there?
Always. Before we get going, let's do the social medias, get those out of the way. So Twitter is BOTS_podcast, same as Instagram. Facebook is facebook.com/bottomofthestream. Email address is bottomofthestream@gmail.com. And the website is bottomofthestream.podbean.com. Have I missed any?
Don't think so. Like a pro.
I'm getting good at this. 7 in and I know what I'm doing. That being said, shall we start talking about this week's film?
Yes.
So what came out of the mixer this week?
So this week we're talking about demon hunting movie Don't Kill It.
Don't Kill It, starring Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, or Lundgren even.
Lundgren. I can never say his name. Dolph. Starring Dolph.
It's from 2016.
Yes, and it is the shortest film we've reviewed so far. Clocks in at 1 hour and 23 minutes.
Yeah, in parts it didn't feel like the shortest film. Possibly.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair.
So I'm going to hit you with a knowledge bomb at the start.
I like a knowledge bomb. I love your knowledge bombs.
So you've seen another film by the director
I
of
wanted
this
to
film.
hit you with this knowledge bomb. Now you're going to hit me with it. We've knowledge bombed ourselves. Yeah, the director of this film
fragged
directed
ourselves.
Big Ass Spider.
Yeah.
Which is one of the funniest films ever made.
Big Ass Spider was alright, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. It's
you got to be really careful which words you enunciate in the film title. Big Ass Spider.
Yeah, you have. I haven't never really thought about that, but you definitely have got it. It stars Greg Grunberg.
Big Ass Spider does, yeah.
Big Ass Spider does, and it is fantastic.
Yeah,
it's one of those low-budget monster flicks that came out a few years ago.
Proper schlocky B movie.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. It's definitely check Big Ass. We've got into the habit the last few episodes of just recommending different films. But yeah, definitely get into.
But that's going to happen because we're going to be.
It's a coincidence that the last few films we've done, we've seen films by previous director.
Yeah.
So
the Hollywood merry-go-round.
Definitely, yeah, it's interesting.
Well, you've not mentioned his name. This director.
I haven't. No. What is his name?
Mike Mendes.
Mike Mendes, that's him. Yeah, check him out. He's good so far. Before we give the premise of this film, can I read the first few notes that I made about this film?
Yeah.
So I'm going to read them as I've written them.
Okay.
Up until the title card of the film.
It's going to be an insight into your mind.
This is the sort of pace that this film moves at, right? So I've written, man shoots deer, dog goes after it.
Right.
Dog finds gold pot, dog attacks man, man shoots dog. Man goes home, murders family, man is definitely possessed. Slaughters neighbours, cleavers one, boils one's face. Neighbour man kills him, man dies, neighbour man is now possessed, kills his daughter, hit the title card. That's the sort of thing we're getting from this film. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I may veer a bit as we talk about this.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'm still not sure if I like this film or not.
Let's
I liked parts of this film a lot.
Yes.
I didn't like parts of this film a lot.
Give me your one-word review then before we keep going.
Dolph.
Dolph. That's just the man who's in it.
Yeah.
You've really got to start thinking about your one-word review. Well, I can't even say one-word reviews. Your one-word reviews.
Middling.
Yeah. No, I think I probably enjoyed it more than you did. I quite enjoyed this. It was. What's
your word then?
I don't know. It's your job.
Okay.
Entertaining, fast. It moves at a heck of a pace. This film.
Well, you've not got much fat to trim from an 83-minute film.
83-minute film. Yeah, it's pretty speedy. So what is the basic premise of the film then? Is that a demon is unleashed onto this town.
Yeah, so it's a sort of sleepy backwoods American town.
Chicory Creek, Mississippi.
Great name.
Yeah.
There's some good names in this film.
Yeah,
we'll give it that.
There are. So yeah, demon's unleashed onto the town. The demon manifests itself into a human, and whoever kills that particular human then takes on the form of the demon. And basically it just switches around until it can't switch around anymore. Yeah, that's your basic premise.
Yes. So if you kill the person
who is possessed.
That is possessed, you then become possessed.
Yes.
I liked it. I think that is a neat little gimmick.
And it played for a lot of good laughs in this film.
Hence the title, Don't Kill It.
Exactly. Don't kill it, or you'll become it.
Yeah. So, yeah. Cool. Yeah. Cool little premise.
Good premise.
For
nice,
a B
tight
movie.
little film I think we've got going on here.
So you've very succinctly yet in a very roundabout way described what happens before the title sequence.
Because it blew my mind that it was that quick that it was going on.
The demon escapes.
The demon's basically in the gold pot that the dog finds.
Yeah. Dog gets possessed. Man gets possessed.
Dog.
Man kills neighbours. Neighbours get possessed.
Yeah. Neighbour kills daughter.
Yeah. The chain reaction has started.
The chain reaction has started.
Enter Dolph.
Yeah, from the title card we go into a bar, sleazy middle America bar, where Dolph's sitting there at a bar.
There he is, Ivan Drago himself.
Yeah.
And he's kind of playing an Indiana Jones, Han Solo-y,
grizzled older demon hunter. Is what he's playing.
There was definitely going for a Harrison Ford
he was.
kind of vibe, wasn't there?
Definitely.
I'll give some praise straight off. I thought Lundgren was pretty good.
Yeah.
He had his sort of southern twang of an accent.
Apparently the film was written for Ron Perlman.
Okay. A higher calibre of person than I expected.
Yeah. But no, I think Dolph played it quite well.
And he plays Jebediah Woodley.
Great name.
Yeah.
Great name. Absolutely great name.
And how do we know he's cool? How do we know Jebediah is a cool dude? Straight away, what happens?
Go on.
He deals with this piece of shit redneck in the bar, doesn't he?
Sleazeball in the bar, trying to hit on the hooker.
Yeah, we don't know that at this time.
No, he's trying to hit on this girl in the bar, basically, and Dolph deals with him.
Not only does he deal with him, he takes the woman home.
Yeah, he does. But after buying the man who he's dealt with ice cream, which I thought was brilliant. Brought him some ice, beat him up, brought him some ice cream, took the girl with him.
I mean, in the morning, it turns out she was a prostitute and she wants some money. But
that's fair enough. He's an old dude. He's got what he wanted.
No, he's still shredded.
Oh, he looks great. I was expecting him to be all melty and horrible, like a plastic Hollywood actor.
Like, you know, he was He-Man. So, like, if someone had put a He-Man figure in the microwave.
That's exactly what I was expecting him to look like. And he doesn't at all. He's looking good, bless him.
As they wake up in the morning, there's some news comes through on the radio that there's been a triple murder.
Triple homicide.
In the town.
Yes.
And this pricks Jebediah's ears up.
Yep.
And we then cut to the local sheriff's office where FBI agent Evelyn Pierce,
another good name,
has arrived.
Yeah.
Because she has also heard about what is now being described as the third triple homicide in the last few days in this town.
Third triple homicide in a week.
Essentially all the stuff we saw before the title card.
Yeah.
And the chief of police, Chief Dunham, even though there's been 9 murders in a couple of days, is like, nothing. It's just our little town. It's nothing to be worried about.
He played it really well.
Totally underplays the seriousness of what's happening.
This guy played it really well all the way through. I thought it was just like the sheriff who doesn't want any hassle. He just wants to live his quiet little life in this little sleepy backwater town. And I thought he was really good. He played it really well.
So he's in that. Evelyn goes to talk to the chief of police, and there's another. Again, for the second time in 3 films, a creepy pastor / reverend /
another one. We're getting a lot of these.
So he's been in there with the chief as well.
Yeah.
And then Dolph turns up.
Yeah.
Jebediah. And he tries to explain that he's a demon hunter. He's seen this demon before.
Yeah.
He can help them.
He just walks straight into their meeting. He doesn't...
They're obviously... they're not buying this at all.
No, they get him arrested and throw him.
I didn't understand why they arrested him.
No, he didn't even do anything wrong.
He hadn't done anything wrong.
No, I thought that.
Anyway, they chuck him in the slammer, which I thought was harsh.
Just for being ranty like a crazy person, I think.
But anyway, he mentions, as he's being dragged away, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Ask them about their eyes. He says something like that.
Yeah, because as Evelyn leaves...
Yeah.
He says to her... Evelyn, incidentally, there's a character in He-Man called Evil Lynn.
Yes, and they call her Evil Lynn at the start.
They call her Evil Lynn in the film.
I think that was intentional.
Yeah, I think it must have been.
Maybe I'm not giving this film enough credit.
It's got to be, surely. There's a He-Man. He-Man's in the film and there's a He-Man reference. It's not coincidental, that. I like the fact also that Dolph Jebediah doesn't smoke, he vapes.
Yeah.
Which is very much a sign of the times. He's caught vaping quite a few times in this film.
So Agent Pierce goes and interviews the survivor.
Yeah, the mother of the last family survived.
Yeah.
So she's in hospital.
And she's not getting much sense out of it, obviously. She's been through this horrible, traumatic thing. She's seen her 2 children and a neighbour murdered and her husband turned into
murdered
a
her
devil.
daughter. Her husband murdered the neighbour.
Hence he got infected.
And then the husband murdered the son.
Yes.
And she got away somehow.
Yeah, it's not really stated how.
No, I think, that wasn't quite stated how she got away, but she did anyway.
And as Pierce is about to leave, she says his eyes were black.
Yeah.
So Agent Pierce is suddenly, well,
maybe this guy's onto something.
I need to get and talk to Jebediah.
Keep track of the demon is the guy. Their husband is still currently the demon.
Yes. So he's
as
out.
As far as we know at this time, he's out there.
He's on the loose.
On the loose. I'm going to try and keep track of the demon all the way through this, but it gets quite complex at one point.
It is a bit like if you put a ball under a cup.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to
keep track
work out which cup it's under.
Yeah.
So they get Jebediah out of the cells. They take him for breakfast.
Yeah, ribs.
Yeah.
He has ribs for breakfast. But...
And he explains that he's fought this demon before with his dad, actually.
Yeah.
And his dad, the way that they defeated it was that his dad drank some poison.
Yeah.
And then shot the demon.
Shot the guy who was currently being the demon.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the demon had nowhere to go into.
Because his dad had killed himself.
Correct.
So
Jebediah was then able to capture the demon in its
source of the demon's
spirit
like
type
ball.
little ball form.
Yeah.
Demon testicle. And shoved it in a little
hip flask
vase type thing.
Type
and that's it. That's how it was
Which he's then carried around with him for a number of years.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many he said. Did he say 30 years maybe?
I can't remember.
Until he was on his way somewhere, and it was a plane crash. Is that what he said? Or
I haven't got this at all. Sorry.
I think he said.
And that's how it got out, is it? He lost the flask
it in a plane accident.
Right.
I might have dreamt that.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure that's how he lost it.
I might have to fact check that.
That's how it ended up in the woods because he was travelling there to throw it in the lake, which I don't know why he kept it for 30 years and then decided he was going to throw it in the lake. But I'm pretty sure he said he was in a plane or some sort of accident. And that's how he lost track of it.
Anyway, they get a lead and they go...
If that's all completely rubbish, blame me.
Well, I'm taking it. Oh, it's not important.
No, it's not important. The demon got out.
Given the tone of this film. So Jebediah and Pierce team up.
Yeah.
So they get a lead because they get a report of another guy living out in the woods who shot the demon.
The demon, yeah. There's a really good scene where they're releasing him from prison and the cops are going through all of his possessions. It really made me laugh because he was like, oh, here's his gun, here's his whip, here's his animal trap. And it was he had this massive coat on.
Oh, his net gun.
His net gun. He had all these things on inside and it was brilliant. I noted that down as a great scene. But yeah, they go to this house where they believe the demon is residing and...
They net the guy.
They shoot. He's got a really cool net gun.
Yeah.
Where basically it's a great big gun with a net in it.
That is a net gun, yeah.
Yeah. And you shoot it and it's weighted and it takes the guy down. And they shoot this guy with the net and turns out this ain't the guy.
It is the guy.
It is the guy.
But and he did shoot the demon.
Yeah.
But it turns out he did not kill the demon.
Exactly.
He is just a drunk redneck.
Yes.
And
in a net.
Yeah.
On the floor.
Being sick.
Being sick in the net.
And he tells them that another guy called Pritchard actually dealt the killing shot.
So Pritchard is currently the demon.
Correct.
If anybody's keeping track. So they leave this guy's house and they go off driving off and the car breaks down. At this point, Dolph goes off into the woods because he thinks he sees the demon in the woods exactly at the point where the car broke down. And Evelyn starts to get attacked by the demon, by Pritchard.
Yeah.
While she's waiting in the car for him.
But it quite likes her.
Yeah, it decides it wants her to kill it.
Correct. It wants to be in her.
It wants to be in her.
Demonly speaking.
Don't look at me like that when you say that again. It decides that this is the host that it wants, and so it puts her gun in its own mouth.
She resists shooting
it. Yeah, she does.
And they kind of fight it off.
Yeah.
And Woodley gets shot though, doesn't he?
Yes.
He takes a rubber bullet to the shoulder. Rubber bullets will come up a couple of times here.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about firearms.
No,
but I'm guessing getting shot at point blank range by a rubber bullet
it's going to work.
It's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of shrugged off a few times in this film.
There's one where it's literally point blank range and nothing happens from it. It's like, he shoots the priest. Oh, we'll come to that, but he shoots the priest at one point, and he's like, it's only a rubber bullet, mate. Yeah. And he gets up, he's like, oh yeah, that didn't hurt that much. Anyway, that's going off into the future. He gets out. They go to a hotel at that point.
Oh yeah, this is the old cliche of, I'm sorry, there's only one room left in the hotel.
There's only one room left at the inn. So he sews himself, he pulls his own bullet out of his own arm and sews himself up and sorts himself out. She decides she wants to get changed.
Yeah.
So she asks him to turn away while she gets changed. So he turns.
Massive mirror on the wall.
Massive mirror on the wall, right in front of him. How she hadn't noticed it, I don't know. But he might as well have just stared straight at her because he was looking completely at her in this mirror.
Maybe they don't teach mirrors in FBI school.
Maybe not.
And he sees marks on her back.
Yeah, they're like birthmarks on her shoulder blades.
Correct. He immediately goes outside, calls one of his demon hunting friends, and asks to do a check on Agent Pierce.
Yes.
And see if they've got any info on her.
Yes. She walks out. Oh, we've not said that she's from this town as well.
That's correct,
She's come back to this town, coincidentally. She's had some history in the town in the past. And their family were all forced to leave. I don't think it's not really important to the story what happened.
No, it says she had... All I've got is she had a near-death experience as a child.
Yeah. But
I can't... Either I can't recall or it's not stated what that actually is.
It's not important. All you need to know is that she once lived in the town. Her family got ostracised from the town.
So he sees her out on the walk and he goes and they have a bit of a heart-to-heart.
She goes for a walk after she's supposed to have gone to bed.
Yeah.
They go to have a bit of a heart-to-heart in the...
And he drops an absolute knowledge bombshell on her.
Completely. Out of nowhere.
That she's part angel.
He suggests that she may be part angel, which she takes really well.
She's not that surprised.
She doesn't seem that surprised.
But she has just tried to have a demon go into her.
Yeah.
So it's all relative, I suppose.
Not the biggest news you've heard today, I suppose. The fact that demons are real is probably bigger. He also tells her that if she does ever get possessed, then that would unleash hell on earth.
Yes, she may end the world because demon plus angel equals
bad times.
Yeah.
So that's quite a knowledge bomb that she gets hit with.
So I've got to be honest, I don't really like any of that. I thought it got, considering this is such a short film, it was a hell of a lot of exposition.
It got bogged down in the explanation.
It got really bogged down.
It's not for very long, but yeah, you're right. It did get bogged down in it a little bit.
Think for me,
go on.
We'll maybe come to this more at the end. I think the charm for me wore off. The novelty of it being Dolph Lundgren wore off quite quickly for me. And save for the bit we're probably going to talk about in a minute.
We're definitely going to talk about it in a minute.
I don't know. I just didn't quite... like I say, I didn't find it very... I found it quite a charmless film. And it just didn't quite click for me, personally.
Okay.
But
we'll discuss at the end now what we both equally thought of it. So at this point they decide they need to call... They go back to the sheriff and they decide they need to call a town meeting.
Yeah, let everyone know that there's demons
we're going to let
larking around.
Fully 100% Christian town of redneck Americans know that there's demons on the loose inside their town. It's a really great idea.
Just as they've started the town meeting.
Yeah.
The pastor is going to walk out.
Yeah, he leaves.
He does leave.
But he gets offended because the sheriff says that the killings might be due to a supernatural connection.
Yeah.
And he wasn't impressed with that. Nor was Woodley, because he took over the meeting as soon as he said that. Because he was instantly losing control. Yeah, so the police leaves. The pastor leaves. The pastor leaves.
The demon walks in.
The demon walks in.
And it takes them ages to work out that the demon's walked in.
The demon manages to walk in, shut the doors.
Seals the door with an axe through the door handles.
Walks into the crowd, opens a bag of weapons, drops the bag of weapons on the floor, and then somebody notices that a demon's walked in.
Yeah.
And for the next 10 minutes, this film is crazy funny.
So the demon starts killing people.
Yeah. But every time it kills somebody, it becomes another person.
No. Every time they kill the demon, it becomes another person.
Yeah. Okay.
So he goes... Well, have you kept... Go on then. Here's my challenge.
I've kept it.
Have you kept track of who it swaps between?
So the demon goes on an axe rampage. Firstly, a cop kills the guy who is... Did you say Pearson? Pritchard. So a cop kills Pritchard. Another cop then kills him.
Yep. And
he gets a chainsaw, but is then shot by an old lady who, at this point, everybody's got out of the town hall.
It still took them ages. Just to get all they had. I understand they were panicked. All they had to do was pull the axe out of the door handle.
Yeah.
Took ages.
Yeah. So there's now an old woman with a gun who kills Santa because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Because this is another Christmas film. Chaos ensues. She gets killed by a bus. She gets run over by a bus. So the bus goes on a rampage because the bus driver's possessed. A man who is on a motorbike then kills the bus driver just before Woodley is going to kill the bus driver. And the demon escapes on the motorbike inside the man from the motorbike. That's 10 minutes of pure chaos. Brilliant special effects of axes going into people, chainsaws going into people, people getting exploded, people getting hit by buses. It's chaotic, it's fun, it's brilliant. I thought those 10 minutes were brilliant. I really enjoyed it.
I mean, it was good.
It's B-movie brilliant. Don't expect it to look incredible.
Maybe I was not in a good... I don't know. I thought I was in a fine frame of mind when I watched it. I just couldn't help but think I've seen this better elsewhere.
It's been done before, definitely.
And it's not fair for me to compare this with something like Kingsman.
No, it's definitely...
But I was thinking of... I've seen this exact scene before
It's the chaotic... Everybody's going on a murder rampage.
In a church.
In a town hall, in a town square, by a bus. It's that bit is right on my street. It's just fun B-movie bollocks. And it's fun. I enjoyed it.
I'm not saying this is bad, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I'm not sure it did much for me.
Okay, that's fine. I understand that this is a me film. The guy goes to a house. The guy who's currently a demon.
Yep, so he's on his motorbike. So he's the sort of Hell's Angels type guy.
He turns up at a house with two little girls inside.
Yes. So the little girls are in their own because everyone's gone to the town meeting.
Yeah.
So initially I thought this guy must be their dad.
Exactly what I thought.
That is not the case.
That is the conclusion you should jump to. That is also not the case. Yes. So the demon picks up one of the little girls by the throat, and the other little girl...
She got a shotgun. She's packing heat.
She is. We don't actually see her kill him.
No.
Because the next thing it cuts away at that point, but it's implied.
Yeah.
At this point, the sheriff, he abandons the town.
Yeah, he's gone.
Gets in his truck and drives off. He just leaves. The priest from the church, this is the point where Jebediah goes into the church.
Yeah, so people start gathering in the church because they've seen this horrible event at the town hall meeting.
Yeah.
And Jebediah and Pierce sort of follow people into the church because they wonder why are all these people going in there.
Yeah.
So they walk in, and the pastor, who was lost it, because there is no logic to this whatsoever, jumps to the conclusion that because they're strangers, Jebediah and Agent Pierce must be in league with the demon.
Yeah.
And they're all in it together.
So he starts flicking holy water at him.
Yeah.
It's like proper passive aggressive flick of a holy water into his face. It's hilarious.
So Jebediah shoots him.
Just shoots him point blank with a rubber bullet in the chest.
A couple of shots in the chest with the rubber bullet.
Just to calm him down.
Please someone tell me, is this not going to kill you? If I shot, as far away as I am from you now, if I shot you with rubber bullets...
If it's not going to kill me, it's going to knock me out.
You're not shaking it off?
No, I'm not walking it off. I'm definitely not going to work.
And this is an old guy as well.
Yeah, he's an old chap. But it's really funny because everybody else who's in the church starts screaming and thinking, oh my God, he shot the priest. And then he just goes, oh, don't worry, it's just a rubber bullet. And they'll go, oh, okay. It's fine.
Yeah. So they exit the church having committed priesticide. And the little girl's dad turns up.
Yes.
And says, my little girl has turned into a demon. I've locked her in the basement.
Yeah.
Can you come and help me?
Come and help me sort it out. So they go back to this guy's house.
Jebediah explains the poison plan, which has worked before.
He tells this girl's dad that he's got to drink the poison.
Because, and he agrees to it, to be fair.
Yeah. To free up his little girl from the demon.
Yeah.
He has to shoot her.
Yeah.
And take the poison himself.
Yeah.
To mirror what his own father did.
Correct. So, the guy, Jebediah makes the poison, the guy drinks it. They're just about to go downstairs to the basement to enact this plan when the FBI turn up.
The FBI always ruin everything.
Like SWAT team style.
They just burst through the door, through the windows.
Agent Pierce has called them.
Yeah. Which
again makes no sense. Why would she have called them?
Yeah, especially at that point.
When she's been in this whole thing.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
I think we just needed new characters at that point.
Yes.
We've run out of people to possess. So the man dies.
Yeah, of the poison.
Of the poison, without successfully killing his daughter. And Jebediah gets arrested.
Again.
And the FBI decide, there's a little girl in this cupboard. Let's let her out. Bad move.
She launches herself.
She does.
She's a badass.
She proper shoots out of that door. So she possesses a FBI man.
Yeah, she kills a load of the FBI guys first.
Yeah.
One of them shoots her.
Yeah. So now we have an FBI man who is the demon.
But not the lead FBI guy.
Not the lead FBI guy.
Who already knows Pierce, and they've obviously got a knowledge of each other.
So Dolph gets released from the car.
Yeah, because Pierce tells the FBI agent to release him because the demon comes running out of the house.
And the guy who is the demon at this point gets a non-lethal kill shot to the chest. And a non-lethal kill shot? That's not a thing. A non-lethal shot to the chest.
You've said kill shot because it's going to kill him.
Because eventually it does kill him. But at this point, the main FBI man, Dolph and Evelyn, I've called him Dolph, Jebediah and Evelyn, are in a car together.
Yeah. And they ask him, was it you who shot
the demon guy?
And he says yes.
Yes. So they get out of the car.
Yeah. Try to tie him up.
Just as they're about to tie him up, he becomes the demon. So lead FBI man is now the demon. Because obviously the previous demon must have died at the scene of the previous affair. Dolph gets himself knocked out at this point, and the demon tries to get Evelyn again because it really wants to be enough.
And it actually puts the gun in its own mouth.
Yes, with her finger on the trigger.
Correct.
Just as it's all about to kick off, Dolph wakes up and nets him.
Yeah. This time they do tie him up.
Yeah.
So again, they are about to enact the plan. They're about to finish him off.
Yeah.
When the pastor turns up.
Yes. Or they have a kiss before that.
Right.
There's a little kiss before that. Yeah, they've tied this guy up upside down from a tree.
Again, for the fourth or fifth or probably sixth time, counting all the times he was about to shoot the people in that melee in the middle, they're about to enact the plan and solve this issue when someone else turns up. Yeah, this time it's the pastor.
And all of his flock.
With a posse.
Yeah.
Pasta posse.
Pasta posse.
That sounds like an Italian restaurant.
It does.
And they stop that happening.
Yeah. So they release the demon.
Yeah. So again, the demon plays swapses. Have you got this one written down?
I think so.
Goes between?
So the demon first kills a lot of the pastor's flock himself, except for one guy who has grenades. He becomes the demon and blows another guy up. The pastor then shoots him, and then the pastor becomes the demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pastor hasn't got any weapons though, has he?
No.
So he confronts Jebediah.
Yes.
And how is he going to try and kill him? Because this bit was pretty cool. Have you got that?
No.
So he's got Jebediah up against a tree.
Yeah.
Using his demon strength. Can you remember this? He puts his finger in his mouth.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah,
the pastor puts his own finger in his mouth.
Yeah.
He bites his finger off, leaving just the bone. Yeah, so he's created like a shiv.
Yeah, out of
his own finger bone. That's pretty inventive.
Yeah, it was fun.
That. Yeah. So he's got that pressed against Jebediah's neck.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
Then Evelyn kills him.
Yeah.
Then becomes the demon herself, even though she was specifically told not to.
So she starts to levitate, doesn't she?
She starts to levitate. And the sky starts to change colour, as if shit's about to go down. She suddenly opens up her hand, and she has a grenade pin in her hand.
Yeah.
And her vest is covered in grenades.
Yeah.
And she explodes the shit out of herself.
There's gunk everywhere. FBI.
There is FBI juice all over the ground. She is a goner. That is the end of Evelyn and the demon.
The demon has nowhere to go.
The demon has nowhere to go because she has killed herself.
Yeah.
And his little gold demon testicle comes out. And Jebediah puts him in a hip flask.
Yeah.
And
problem solved.
Everybody's saved except for Evelyn, who's a mess.
It was a necessary sacrifice.
It was a necessary sacrifice.
Most of this town is dead.
Yeah. The sheriff's done one. He's cleared off somewhere.
He's gone to sell his story to National Enquirer or something.
Jebediah gets a boat.
So he goes to Mexico. We know that because there's a Mexican flag on the boat.
Yeah, okay. So he's again, there's a great big lake just down the road. He's gone to Mexico.
Well, he wants to catch some rays. He's got this toned body to,
So he's on this boat. He stops the boat in the middle of the ocean. You know it's an ocean because of what comes next.
He lobs the hip flask containing the demon in the sea.
Container into the sea. And a fucking shark eats it. cut to credits, end of film.
I liked the end.
I love the end. Hopefully we get a demon shark film as a sequel.
It just made me laugh because we've obviously reviewed Bait.
Yeah.
And it just made me think, what would make this film better? It would be if there was a demon shark version.
Yeah. 2016 was all about the shark films, and it needed it. And it had it. It finished with a shark eating a demon.
I thought it was a lovely little twist / tease at the end. Because Dolph Lundgren against demon sharks, I would watch that.
That's my kind of shit right there. That is for me. This film is for me. This is... If you're into B-movie, monster movies, low-budget demon movies, then this is for you. This is right on my street. It's the sort of thing I'm into.
So I enjoyed parts of this film. I
enjoyed that it was so short. I think if it was any longer, I think it probably would have gone too long. I think it needed to be 1 hour. What did I say? 1 hour, 23 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was just short, quick, high-tempo, fun action. Some good kills, some gory scenes. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I'm not as high on it as you are. I felt it was... I didn't think it had enough for me to make it anything particularly memorable. Yeah, it had some good bits in it. It had a nice gimmick. I did like the gimmick of don't kill it.
Yeah.
And I really liked the little tease at the end with the shark.
Yeah. I liked how quick
it was for an hour and 20 minutes. It was fine.
Yeah, it's fun. It's good fun.
For me, it's firmly mid-table, I would say.
Yeah, okay. So we've got the stream table. Where are we putting it?
So have we got
let me get it up.
A reminder of where we stand at the minute? We won't go through the whole table every week because once we get to
100,
a few more films, we won't do that. But as we've not got too many, we can probably just recap it.
Little Evil sits at number 1.
Okay.
Bait sits at number 2. I Think We're Alone Now is at number 3. Await Further Instructions is at number 4. The Open House is at number 5. And Sierra Burgess is a loser at number 6.
Okay.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's this going?
I would have this at number 4.
Okay.
Personally.
I'll give you that. Being so I got my way last week and Sierra Burgess...
Well, where would you have had it?
I would put it at number 3.
Above...
I think it's slightly better than I Think We're Alone Now.
I would have it under I Think We're Alone Now.
I'll let you have that. Because you let me last week have Sierra Burgess at the bottom.
That's very gentlemanly.
I will let you have that. So this comes in at number 4 of so far 7 films that we've seen.
Oh, that's
I'm
okay.
fine with that. It's firmly mid-table. It's definitely better than Await Further Instructions. It's definitely better than The Open House.
I say what I would say then about that little table we've generated so far is there's probably actually quite a big gap between number 4 and numbers 5, 6 and 7.
Yeah. We've definitely seen 4 half decent films
and 3 clunkers.
2 awful films and 1 god awful stinker of an arse of a film. And Little Evil is a really, really fucking good film. So we're getting there. We're finding these hidden gems. We found 3 or 4 now. We're getting there.
Would you recommend this to people?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think just because it's... I don't know who I'd recommend it to because there's probably me and you, maybe your missus that really enjoy it. But yeah, I think I would. I enjoyed it. Anybody who's like me would enjoy it. There's not many people like me. But anybody who's a bit like me would enjoy it.
You got to see He-Man.
Yeah.
Shooting people's heads off with shotguns
and axes and cleavers and boiling faces and all sorts of shit was going on.
Good.
So that's that out of the way. Go and watch this film.
Don't kill it. Do watch it.
Shall we pick next week's film?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, let's pick next week's film. Let me find the app on my phone. What's it called? There it is. Right, I'm going to press the button. You're going to see what it is.
Okay.
Press that button.
You just said you were going to press the button.
You're going to press the button.
Okay.
Because I can't see the button now because you're looking at the phone.
That's what confused me. Right.
What do we get?
Murder Party.
Now that sounds like a good fun night. Murder Party. Okay, let me look up Murder Party and we'll see what that's all about.
I think I can have a good guess from the title.
This is an older film.
Okay.
So this is from 2007.
Wow. Ancient.
It's a 12-year-old comedy drama horror film called Murder Party. It's 15. And it says, a random invitation to a Halloween party leads a man into the hands of a rogue collective intent on murdering him for the sake of their art, sparking a bloodbath of mishap, mayhem and hilarity.
Oh, we're going comedic.
A hilarious bloodbath. We're going comedic with nobody of any great note in it at all. A lot of the people in this film don't even have pictures on IMDb.
Cracking. That should be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. There's a guy called Chris Sharp in it.
Does it say what country of origin?
America.
Okay.
So it was released on March 12, 2007 in America. And yeah, that's what we've got next week. So
this feels niche.
This does feel very niche.
I like it.
It's won some awards looking at this. Audience winner at Sundance.
Okay. Good. Murder Party.
Let's go out and watch that, and we'll be back next week to review it and talk about it and see what we thought of it. Until then, goodbye.
Cheers.